Welcome to Holistic Strategy, the place where unconscious psychology intertwines with spirituality, and where the most important journey is the one undertaken by those who have the courage to look within. Get ready. Today we'll explore a territory many fear, but which everyone, sooner or later, experiences: transformative solitude. Have you ever wondered why some moments in your life seem meant to be lived alone? Not because of abandonment or injustice, but for a deeper, ancient, almost initiatory purpose. There are days when you search for a hand to hold and find only emptiness. You search for a voice to listen to and perceive only an immense silence. It is in those hours that the most powerful destinies are forged. Carl Gustav Jung understood something that most people struggle to accept: solitude is not a condemnation. It's an invitation. An invitation to meet the one person you can't escape forever, yourself. And today we'll delve into the heart of that discovery together. We'll discover how the absence of others can become the birth of your true self. Because silence, when you stop fearing it, begins to speak to you. Before continuing, if you want to nourish your inner growth with content like this, sign up to Holistic Strategy now and join our community. Here, your transformation isn't a luxury for the few, but a spiritual right. Also remember to leave your precious like, so you can help us create new content. Now, breathe. And let's begin. Chapter 1: When the world retreats, you remain. In social life, we wear masks like seasoned actors: the mask of "I'm strong," of "everything's fine," of "I don't need anyone." We act to be accepted. We adapt to survive. We make ourselves small so as not to disturb. Then, one day, the theater empties. No audience. No applause. No friendly faces. For many, that moment is experienced as a failure. For Jung, it was the beginning of truth. Because when the voices of others are silent, you can no longer silence your own. Solitude dismantles every illusion, challenges your identity constructed to please, dissolves the roles learned to conform, forces the soul to look at itself in the mirror. At first, it hurts. It feels like you don't recognize yourself. Like meeting a stranger inside you with familiar eyes. But it's precisely from that disorientation that the first internal transformation arises. Jung called it individuation, becoming who you truly are, and not what the world has conditioned you to be. Society loves to keep you asleep in a diminished version of yourself. Loneliness is the alarm clock that rouses you from sleep. Chapter 2: The beginning of the journey into the shadow. When you remain in silence long enough, a hidden door opens. From there, the shadow emerges, the deepest and most repressed part of your being. It hides everything you've learned not to show: unheard anger, unpermitted desires, unspeakable fears, unexplored talents. What you reject doesn't disappear, it stays buried. And in the darkness, power grows. Many escape from this part of themselves. They distract themselves, fill themselves with noise, seek out people to please rather than listen to the inner call. But in isolation, you have no more hiding places. You have no more masks. The shadow approaches. It calls you. Sometimes it screams. Other times it whispers. The temptation is to reject it. But Jung said that what you avoid becomes your prison. What you integrate becomes your strength. Anger is not guilt, it is a guardian of your boundaries. Jealousy is not poison, it is a compass of your aspirations. Fear is not an obstacle, it is a torch that illuminates what you can still become. Solitude becomes initiatory when you stop judging yourself and start listening to yourself. Chapter 3: Where the ego falls, inner authority arises. The ego depends on the eyes of others. The self depends on the profound truth you carry within. When there is no one left to approve of you, every decision becomes an act of expansion. Discover how much of your life was choreographed for validation, how you dressed, what you believed, even what you desired. Without spectators, the performance ends. And then something more stable is born: your intuition becomes clear, your purpose takes shape, your energy becomes focused. At that point, you no longer act to be seen. You act because it's right, because it's yours, because it resonates with who you're becoming. This is called inner authority. It makes no noise. It doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't seek approval. And above all, it can't be taken away from you. It's the birth of the self, the radiant center of everything you are, both conscious and unconscious. Chapter 4: Pain as an evolutionary messenger. Many associate loneliness with pain. Jung reversed this perspective. Pain speaks. It doesn't punish. It indicates. Every wound is a message. Every tear is a plea for change. Every void is a space for you to grow. When you feel broken, it's your inner self that demands evolution. It's as if the psyche is saying to you, look here. You've neglected this point for too long. Pain is raw energy. If you repress it, it consumes you. If you listen to it, it transforms you. The wisest people aren't those who've had easy lives. They're those who've weathered the storm without losing themselves. They don't wait to be saved. They rebuild themselves. From the foundations. Chapter 5: The birth of a new interior life. When you emerge from the other side of loneliness, no one recognizes you anymore. And do you know why? Because you are no longer the person who entered it. You have faced what scared you. You have seen your shadow and welcomed it to your side. You have found within yourself an authority you previously sought in others. This is individuation, the return to your authentic nature. You no longer seek belonging. You attract those who resonate with your vibration. You no longer ask who will love you. You love yourself enough to never sell yourself short again. You understand that loneliness wasn't a punishment. It was an initiation. A bridge to your freedom. It's the realization that you're finally enough. Conclusion: when no one is there for you. When no one is there for you, it's not the end. It's the beginning of your true story. The greatest gift you'll ever receive isn't a helping hand, but the unshakable confidence that you can do it alone. When you discover who you are in the absence of others, then you can truly choose yourself, without compromise. And once you awaken this awareness, you can never go back. Ever. If this journey has helped you see loneliness as a teacher, not a threat, please leave a like to let us know this content resonates with you. Sign up for Holistic Strategy to continue exploring your inner self with spiritual, psychological, and symbolic tools. And share this video with anyone who, perhaps right now, is experiencing their own moment of silence. Because no one should have to face alone a process that is meant to set them free. See you soon, soul traveler. Continue your journey. Your transformation has already begun.